let's go do a tutorial from this issue of Block Magazine, you know, the one that I'm in, from the Summer Sisters quilt pattern. But first, always remember to share this so it will save to your profile and you can find it when you're looking for it again later. Guess who's in the July-August issue of Block Magazine? Do you see that? Yes, it's me, and it's super surreal. But you see all my clips? I've clipped all the things because I want to do some tutorials from Block Magazine. Now, the things you may not know are, number one, Block Magazine has no ads, zero. It's all paid for by the subscription dollars, and it's full of patterns. It gives you full patterns in each one. So I'm gonna take a couple of these patterns and break them down. We're gonna start with Summer Sisters because it's Summer Sisters. Because if they had named it something else, we may not have started with it. But it's summertime, and I have some sweet sissies at my house, and they tell me that sissy means best friends. So we're going to start with that one. So do you see how I wrote my notes on here? I circled and I wrote so that I would know what I was looking at. So the first thing we're going to do is turn to page 27 of your Block Magazine. Now, if you don't have this edition, you can go to the link in the caption to the back issues of Block Magazine and grab this one, or you can subscribe because it's amazing. It really is good. There's lots of stuff in here. Okay, our instructions say, we're skipping step 1 because that's about the borders and we're just doing the blocks. So we're gonna go to step 2. It says, take one background square and one print square, lay them pretty side to pretty side, and sew all the way around. So what we're doing is making half square triangles 4 at a time. And this is kind of genius, but when I talk to my students about this, it seems confusing. So if this is confusing to you, don't do it this way. Just cut your fabric and sew your triangles together. But this pattern says we're gonna lay one piece of background fabric, one piece of print fabric, pretty side to pretty side, and sew all the way around. And what I mean by cut your fabric into triangles and sew it together is cut this piece of fabric, or both of these pieces, diagonally from corner to corner, and then just sew down the straight side. Okay, we've sewn it. Now our instructions say to cut it from corner to corner and corner to corner. I'll be right back. This is so easy, it almost feels like cheating, right? You've sewn all the way around, you've cut it from corner to corner and corner to corner, and then look what you have. 4 half square triangles. Okay, now we've done that. What is our next instruction? Oh, our next instruction is to cut our half square triangles. Okay, let me get a cutting mat so you can see this. So we're supposed to take our block and cut it, step 3. Do you see where it says to cut it right here? Just like that? Probably in half. What does it say? Yeah, cut it in half. Okay, so we have to have our blocks facing this away, just like the picture, and cut. Because if you don't cut them like this, then guess what happens? They don't turn. Ask me how I know. All right, we're gonna cut it in half, just like our picture shows us. And then we're just gonna do it like this. And it makes almost like a boot shape. Do you see that? All right, hang on, let me turn it so you can see it. This is what we started with. We cut it just like this, right? Then you're just gonna turn this over and put it right there. And you have this like boot looking shape. Do you see that? So now we're just gonna turn it pretty side to pretty side and sew that together. Straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when you start and when you stop, because my grandma said so. Okay, now it says to trim it so that it 2 together. Trim the top edge to square the unit to 6 inches, okay? So now we're gonna cut just the top part of it off to make it 6 inches. Now we're just gonna turn them. So we have this one, and I've already sewn some more for you. Let's see how they go. Like this, like, oh, these need to be trimmed. I was like, why is that too long? I did sew them, I just didn't trim them. Okay, so this is what you have. We've got this one, this one, this one, and this one, right? So that makes your first block. Do you see how easy that is? It looks complicated, but it's really not. And do you see how pretty this quilt is? Let me show you. See how gorgeous? Okay, so to sew this one together, all we're gonna do is take our first 2. Doesn't matter if I did these 2 or these 2. I'm gonna do these 2 just because it's easy, or what I did. I actually thought about doing it the other way first, but I'm gonna line them up pretty side to pretty side, and I'm gonna sew down this side. Straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when you start and when you stop. That is not right, is it? I done sewed the wrong side. Why'd y'all let me do that? And if you sew the wrong side, it does not look like you want it to. Okay. Wait, was that right? Did I just yell at myself for no reason? Yes, I did sew the right side. Well, you know, if you've taken a seam out because you thought it was wrong and it was in fact right, you are my people. Let me sew it again. All right, there's the first one. Now we're gonna sew this one together the same way. Straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when you start and when you stop. Look at that. I'm gonna go iron mine, you go iron yours. I'll be right back. Okay, now we're gonna lay these pretty side to pretty side. Straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when you start and when you stop. So here's our first block in the Summer Sisters quilt pattern. Go grab your issue of Block magazine and meet me right back here. We'll do the second block, and then we've got some more, me and the mouse in my pocket, have got some more tutorials headed your way. And you want this issue anyway. It has my name on the cover and the little ladies inside. My name is Tammy. I'm your favorite sewing teacher, and I would love for you to come sew with me.